Okay, everybody, welcome to the live stream. As you can see, I'm here in the home studio. I've got quite the setup going on. Obviously, streaming like normal, but watching the Sharks stream in a game that they just tied at 2. Kind of a frustrating game because the Sharks' goals have been so hard-earned, and maybe you feel like the 2 that the Red Wings have scored are just fortunate. And that's not to take away from Detroit, an overall effort, but the Sharks look like the better team in this game. It would be a shame if they don't get the ultimate result. I'm going to stream here through the rest of the third period, and then I will give you post-game reaction from the players right here on this stream. I know a lot of people are just signing in, signing in. Like, who signs into YouTube? I know people are just clicking on this video right now, so I'll do a bunch of Q&A. I'll watch this third period with you, and like I said, we will hear from the players later on with this stream. Give me a second to just make sure I promote actually what I'm doing here so that more people can actually end up seeing it. I'll tell you what, a better effort overall, like based on the last time the Sharks saw the Wings and how that one totally unraveled on the road trip, but you want to get this win. And I mean, especially in a game where at this point, it is 50-50. At least the scoreboard is. But the Sharks, again, I'm telling you, are the better team and look like it tonight. Just make sure I share this. What should my really catchy tweet be? I'll tell you what I'm really happy with is the upload bandwidth speed right now. It was pretty good when I logged in. It was like 42 megabits a second. So the other night I was having some dropout. Hopefully that's not the case here tonight. All right, we'll do that. We'll attach a little picture. How about that assist by Jonathan Dahlen, by the way? And I'm stoked for Timo now. What did they say? 36 points in 31 games. But that was all in the setup right there. Let me see if I can get over here to the make sure that the live chat is up and ready to go. All right, it is. So when people start coming in, I'll be here for you. Yeah, and the Sharks wearing white sweaters tonight. What a throwback. What a not a weird thing, because that's what I grew up on. So it's not totally abnormal to see, but it is jarring when you're used to teal after all these recent years. And apparently Detroit didn't pack their white sweaters, didn't pack their traditional road jerseys. So the Sharks just said, okay, no problem. We have ours. We'll switch. Interesting. I wonder if there was a miscommunication. I wonder if there was just a mistake. Certainly, you don't have that a lot in professional sports where a team forgets an entire set of road jerseys. Or maybe, I think they do have multiple sets, like multiple road sets on a road trip. Maybe they only packed one and it wasn't ready to go for the next night, and they did have. But why would you have home jerseys on a road trip? There's a lot going on there. I'm not going to try and overanalyze or guess too much, but. So 2-2 is this hockey game. Let me just see here. I'll pull it up on the screen. Oh, and how about this? Credit to Jimmy Butler. Hello. You're the first to get in on this stream tonight. And I imagine it's going to get busier as the third period goes. And of course, if the Sharks win, more people are going to want to hear what the players say. I will have that all for you here on the stream. What else was I going to... that's what I was going to put up here. I was going to put up the scoring as we have it now. So, Timo from Dahlen. Again, filthy setup by Dahlen. Nice little, as Doc Emmerich would say, feathered it through the slot. And got it to Timo on the weak side. Great goal, great setup. Bertuzzi, man, had a pair of goals in... it was last week. It was a week ago tonight. Sharks in Detroit, and this is the rematch. So a Shark killer, unfortunately, this season. And then Nick Leddy's shot, literally, it was Leddy looking like he was going to go coast to coast, but the shot and the goal itself, nothing to write home about. And then Jeffrey Viel, literally driving and crashing the net. That's all he had to do, was drive and crash. Nedeljkovic just didn't. I mean, it's one of those hard to stop pucks when you've got puck, stick, skates, body all coming at you. And you're like, whoa, what is this disaster? This is a hot mess. So VL's second of the season. How about Burnsy? Just racking up the assists on a regular basis. 2 more tonight. 21 apples on the season for Brent Burns. This is a look at the setup here. So obviously I'm working on the stream over there. I got all my regular controls here. And I've brought in the iPad so that I can watch the stream. And I got to be honest with you, I was watching in the other room earlier just on my laptop. So I've not really watched this game on a giant screen as I normally do. And it feels weird. I'm a big screen TV watcher, and I'm not saying that with I'm not saying that to be boastful. It's just that at work, right, where I do a majority of my sports watching, we have big TVs. And even at home, like for the purpose of watching a lot of games, I have a large television that I utilize for that purpose. But didn't necessarily do it tonight. Just kind of popped it on the laptop. And then came in here to the old the home studio for this. So 11 and change left in this third period. Somebody's got to score, and they're just showing it on the screen here. These are 2 fifth-place teams in their respective divisions. I've heard the word bubble teams said a couple times tonight. It's interesting that the Red Wings have rebounded into that, and the Sharks are hoping to emerge, going from bubble to something solid this year in a playoff position. I know there's a long road ahead. I get it. It's a crowded landscape. The Sharks have a couple extra games played compared to everybody else in the Pacific, but it's definitely got interesting here in the last couple weeks, and we'll see where they go from here. See if there's any more live chatters that want to get in on this. Wait a second, what's going on here? And I promise, as I'm less distracted when this game ends, it'll get kind of regulated. See what Scott's saying here. Early night shift. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of watching the game as you all are. And hoping that the Sharks can pull this thing out. They got their power play goal earlier. And that was another thing. Sharks were, last game, I think entering last game, 1 for their prior 18 on the man advantage. And so tonight to get that first one in that fashion. Uh-oh. Oh, great chance. Man, Sharks in transition there. Logan almost able to give the good guys a lead. Mikey, what's going on? Careful, don't show the game. Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. And that's why I didn't put it up on any giant screen. I'm just watching the replay there as Dahlin again fed Logan and kind of a one-on-none chance there. Logan tried to go backhand, maybe even 5-hole there, but Jonathan Dahlin, what a giver tonight. A couple great passes. Hurdle had that great dangle, just couldn't finish earlier. So enough chances for the Sharks in this game, and not an effort to be upset with. Maybe the penalties there were a bit unfortunate in that sequence, but just got to get the win. You don't even want to. You're gonna. If you win, you do split the season series with the Wings, but you've already lost to them. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You don't want to get swept by them in the season series. All right. Well, these commercial breaks are interesting. Are they? And I don't know if my feed is any different than yours. Does it just play? And I can. Pretty sure I can play this and won't get in trouble for it, but does it just do this during all the commercials? They don't play. Maybe it's my feed's different because I have a work account and all that stuff. Do they not play commercials during commercial times? Somebody let me know in the live chat. As you watch tonight's stream, are you getting commercials because I'm not? They just keep showing this same video here of cleaning the ice and putting on the NHL logos on a generic ice surface. I don't know. I just find it weird. Like, why wouldn't you sell advertisements there? Isn't that what this is all about? I don't know. I'll dive into the chat, see if anybody's commenting on that. The game is tied at 2. have you seen the Kodak Black vid? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, Justin says no. I have a VRBO commercial right now. Eric says yes. Same for me. Andrew, can you tell me why the arena speakers seem to be extremely loud this season? Are you at the tank right now, Andrew? If you are, why? Why are you watching me, not the actual game? I don't know. And I have not. I've been to a couple games, obviously, but where we're at, kind of up in the ceiling area and the rafters, man, another good chance right there. Was that Logan? I can't necessarily tell the difference. I have earphones in or earpieces in a lot of the times too, so I don't notice that. I'm not sure if they're intentionally doing that or if it's just maybe it's been a while since you were at a game. It's been a while since a lot of people were at a game. Your friend is at the game right now. That's awesome. ESPN Plus shows ads. Oh, you were at the game and babysitter time expired. Man, Andrew, I feel you. I get that. I know that life right there. I'm sorry about that. Levin Call, you get the commercials. Interesting. Okay, so some people get them, some people don't. I'm on the NHL app, by the way. Okay. I'm seeing a little bit more about a Kodak Black. I'm not even familiar. I don't even know the reference. But I do understand the description here, but I don't know anything. I don't know what anybody's talking about. I do not want to add more fuel to any fire. I'll leave it right there. All right. 8:40 left in this game. 2-2, and man, I mean, I guess if you got to win it in overtime, like for a second straight game, if that's what you got to do, fine. But it'd be nice here if they could score one in regulation. Coming off the road trip, that road trip was interesting. Those first two losses were deflating. The Pittsburgh game, the Detroit game. Oh man, the Red Wings with another chance right out front. Here come the Sharks in transition. And I don't want to sit here and do play-by-play. This is why I hate live streaming during a hockey game. I'm so distracted. I'm watching this intently. I'm also watching the comments. I'm also trying to, pay attention to the camera just a little bit. I'll pull up some stats here during the next break. Okay, whatever happened, it was at a Florida Panther game. Okay, well, I haven't seen it. Maybe Jumbo was there. Maybe Jumbo can tell me more about it. We're talking about the Bulls as NBA champions. What? Samuel, what kind of stream do you think this is? We're doing a hockey game here. But maybe you're right. Wait, are you telling me Steph Curry's not going to be the MVP? Oh, I don't even need to know much more than that. All the ESPN Plus ads are regional. So maybe that's wise because I'm watching on the NHL app, and I'm also watching through, I don't know what it's called. Is it called a whitelisted account or something? It's like it's an all access type account through work. Oh, here come the Sharks. Carlson. You know what? Whenever I see 57, I'm so bad at this. All I can think about is Tommy Wingle still. I'm not saying they should retire 57. I'm just saying I can't get that out of my brain. All right, final 6+ minutes here. When are we going to have a versus game on Xbox? I'll tell you what, Andrew, I still have not figured out how to play anybody. I know. That's sad. I could do better. I just haven't tinkered with it enough, or maybe I haven't got a game invite. Do I need to set something up to do that? I've got the game, obviously. But I would love to, actually. I would love to set it up and play somebody. Now, I'm not sure. Can I talk to you on the headphones too? I think that's an option. I think I have it. Oh, play GTA. Now, see, I know what that is. Grand Theft Auto. Hey, look at that. I'm 40 and I know what GTA is. I was more in my prime when Grand Theft Auto like very first came out. I would love to see how that game has, I don't want to say matured. It's probably the wrong word, but how it's developed over the years. I bet you if you look at a very first version of that, it was very primitive, like the graphics and stuff. I bet it's so realistic now, the sounds and the imagery. And the Sharks are getting good chances here. I like this shift. I like Barabanov this season, too. I mean, I liked him at the end of last year. And I know he's gone through a couple things this year. But I really like him. I think Barabanov is going to creep up on some people. And I know he's like a top 6 forward already. So it's weird to say that he's going to get some more eyeballs. But I really do think in the next couple of years he will do that. And especially on that hurdle line. Oh, okay, we can get an Xbox chat going. I love it. Is Xbox Live still necessary for online services? I don't know. I do have the Game Pass, so hopefully that's all I need. I'm actually not even sure. nice handle, by the way, that I just saw. That's awesome. Oh man, the Sharks are getting good zone time here, cycling a bit. Magna. This is why I'm so bad at live streaming actual hockey games. Although you will get to see me celebrate if the Sharks score here. Look at Logan all over it, like a forecheck and all by himself. The Zebras need glasses tonight. Sweet baby Jesus. Lots of missed calls. That's one way to put it. Oh, man. D-ball Zach is the best super team in the NBA. Curry's not even top 5? Steph Curry's not even top 5 players in the NBA right now? What have I missed? What happened to this league? I still think I have you on my Xbox friends list. I recently did change my, is it called a gamer tag? I'm Brody BZ on there. You can find me if you want. Give the money from Kane to Barabanov. How about Tomas Hertl? Got some interesting cap space potentially to work with there. I just want to say, too, as it relates to Evander, and I have, seen, oh, man, did Timo just hit the post, too? Oh, I think I have where's my sound effect for that? Literally, it sounded just like that. Ay, ay, ay. See, that's not bad, right? I'll give you some sound effects on here. Now, the one thing you do not, they're out shooting the Wings 38-16. Those last couple minutes, they probably got 6 or 7 good shots there, too. Holy smokes. 38-16. And the shot clock doesn't, please do not give up. Do not give up one here or even a bad one. That's even worse. Sharks are playing way too well in this game. Honestly, for it even to be 2-2, I thought the same, thing was true last game in Philly. Then they went down 0-2 and they weren't playing terribly at all. The score didn't reflect how they looked. And kind of the same thing with this game. 2-2 does not, to me, give a true indication of this game. Chances. Possession. 90 seconds left in regulation. But there's a lot of red sweaters out there. Little dotted, I'm kind of paying attention to it now. And you know what? Detroit fans, they travel well. Long history, the winged wheel. I totally get it. Maybe now's a good time to share my Red Wings story. Maybe the most memorable thing. When I think of the Red Wings, I think of this. I don't know if it was 2010 or 11, one of the playoff years between San Jose and Detroit. We were at Joe Louis Arena. No, I think it was, it was 2010 because there's a part 2 of this story. So it was the 2010 playoffs. It was the second round. Right? Because I think the Sharks played the Avs in the first round. Yeah, it was Detroit in round 2 before they eventually lost in the conference final to Chicago. Anyway, First time seeing the octopus out there on the ice when Detroit, fans were going crazy. And I was on the Zamboni Tunnel entrance/exit. There was really only one place for media to, game production media to congregate and do my thing. It was right there in the Zamboni Tunnel. So I'd have to obviously step aside every time the Zams went on and off the ice. But a piece of octopus literally came off the guy who was swinging it like this to rile up the fans. And it hit me on the chin. And I'm not a seafood guy, and it smelled. I mean, and I was like, the first thing I did was like, oh. And I also made sure none got on my suit. But it was jello-y kind of texture and smell. And I was like, oh, and it kind of had a slime to it. But I got hit in the face with octopus residue one of my very first hockey games in Detroit, covering a playoff game against the Sharks. So the reason I know that's 2010 is because we were back there in 2011 again for round 2, and the same thing happened. I kid you not. Octopus out there on the ice, fans go crazy, guy runs out to go grab it, he's swinging it around, he's getting the fans all riled up, and then I see him coming my way. Of course, all I have in my hand at my disposal is a clipboard. So I just go, whoop, put it over my face. He went right on by, and that was the end of the story. The other thing that's noteworthy from that experience, the second time around, standing in that exact same Zamboni tunnel, and to my right, in his second row tickets, right there on the aisle, Kid Rock. Okay. I don't know why I will never forget that, but I'm standing, that close. I'm just hanging right here doing my job, and like Kid Rock is looking over my shoulder. So, whatever. All right, end of regulation. We're gonna have some 3-on-3 here. So how do we think this goes? If you've been the better team all night, and the Sharks are always, I feel like, at a distinct advantage 3-on-3. They've got playmakers. They've got more than one wave. They've got more than 3 guys out there that can make something happen. They can kind of roll 3 deep, I think. But this is a situation where if this is a conference opponent, if this is a division opponent, you're not happy about this because you've now squandered a point to somebody who you're going to be fighting against. But this is so long as you actually get the 2 here. It doesn't matter that the Red Wings might get 1. Worst case scenario, it's not a big deal. So long as you get your 2 here. And they're just showing Hurdle last game with the natty hattie for Hurdle. That was a chapter of Sharks history, honestly. I hope everybody was able to soak that in the moment. It even took me a second or two to realize that doesn't happen every day. Down 0-2 with 13 minutes and 13 seconds left, and you not only get the next 3 for your team, but one person does it. Wins it in overtime, 24 seconds into overtime? Let's hope. Let's please hope that we can get a goal 24 seconds into this overtime. That would be something right there. That's something I want to see. It's not that I don't like lengthy overtimes, and it's not that I don't like the back and forth, but if you've been the better team all night, and now you're in this situation where scoring options are going to happen, just in the game. Go out there and in the game. All right, let me just see how the live stream's doing okay. Health of it's is good here. Let's go back to the live chat for a second. Where's the RE20 though? Are you talking microphones? Nice mic, bro. Thanks, Ivan. Brody, I need the vocals for the album. You need me to lay down a couple tracks for you? What's the album? What are my verses? How many bars? I charge by the bar. LMAO. I must have been during my octopus story. Yeah. Ba with the ba to bang bang Zamboni. All right. That's a Kid Rock reference. I get that. I was I was alive in the early 2000s, obviously. Is Brownie just mean to you on air, or is that a 24/7, 365 thing? Joshua, that is an entire bit, shall I say? We know that people recognize when we chirp and get all over each other, and so we play into it. I mean, there are times where I will drive myself into the corner to get hammered on something, and vice versa. Like Brownie knows I'm always looking out to try and put him in place. Brownie keeps Brody locked up in his basement 24/7, 365. What's up, T-Money? No, just to go back to your, and I hope you know that. I hope it comes across, but we are just messing around all the time, like probably too much, to the point that some people, I don't think some people can tell, actually. So, we've seen so much over the years, good, unexpected, bad, unexpected. We got to keep it light and never take ourselves too seriously. Oh, Burnsy backdoor. I'm sitting right there. It's a goal. Sharks win. How about that 3-2? A minute into overtime. Oh, Burnsy on the ice for all 3 goals tonight. Thank you. Oh, man. That is, you know what? That's what I was hoping for right there. Do I have the goal horn here? I got to have it. Thank you. I don't want to play the Hey song too long. I'll get my copyright busted, but yes. That's what I was hoping to see. Here's the replay. So Burnsy weak side. Obviously, you got the goalie twisted. Oh, man, it just trickled below his left pad. Logan was almost on his belly there to make sure it got in. So I'm wondering, is Logan going to get credit for that? Did Logan ultimately put it away? It's just, sliding towards the goal. Whoa! Oh, Logan did. Logan did right there. I think it was about to cross. Nedlovic just like tried to push it. He tried his glove sweep it away, and Logan said, nope, it's going right back in there. Oh, man. What a finish to that game. What a great shot right there. You can see the bench knowing that Logan was out front and was going to have a chance at that. And Logan had such a good look earlier, just couldn't bury it. How about that for the captain? First game back off the COVID list, and he wins it in overtime for the boys. So like I said, you go, whoa, they're reviewing this. Okay. I understand that they would and they might. I didn't see anything that was egregious right there. We'll give it a good second. Toronto reviews everything. Dom Moore, by the way, awesome job. You know what? Dom Moore as a Shark, I had no clue that he would be so outgoing and so, like, I knew he was a smart guy and stuff, but some people, they just don't do the TV thing, or they don't want to do the TV thing. So wait, what are we talking about here? What? We're talking to Bob Boughner about something? What, this is a little bit concerning that we're going over the Sharks bench. Maybe Bob was just asking, what are you looking at? Can we get out of here? Let's see both teams go to their dressing rooms. That's all I'm looking at here. Let's see what the old live chat is saying about this. Keith thinking that the Sharks win. Mikey W's. Jolie Tacos. Woo! Schweddy LFG. Andrew just like Sharks. Smiles. Captain doing captain things. Were they looking at just to make sure the Sharks were onside? Oh, they're rewinding it. Boy, they didn't even care about rewinding on air right there, did they? Oh, there's a good overhead view. Entering the zone. Yeah, okay. So that's Dahlin right there. Man, this is, they keep rewinding it on me. They're just making sure Dahlin was onside? Okay, so it has nothing to, and you know what? I've got the audio down here. I don't want to get copyright busted, so I'm literally just looking at the visuals and trying to figure out what exactly we're going over here. I just saw Ricci on the bench say, "Don't even worry about it," and he's got the iPad right in his hands. Still an official review. So they're looking at Dolan. I mean, he looked like he tried to play the puck before he even went in the zone. So why would he be? He brought it in the zone. He was first in. And that was obviously just seconds before the goal was scored. I don't see why this is taken. It decides a game. It decides a point for one team or the other. But it's not. I'm not seeing what's so unclear. What's he going to say? Goal. All right. See you later. Carry on, Detroit. Take your home sweaters elsewhere. I was going to say, like, what was the hubbub there? Is that a term that kids use? No. I do not know what that was all about. Let's go back to the chat. Who got the assist? Burnsy probably got the assist. That had to be Logan's goal. Yeah, they're going to review for offside. That's what they were doing. Got that extra point. It's in the bag. Toronto is to the Sharks as New York is to the A's. Oh, did he have control over it? Can't see. I mean, he literally played it into the zone. Big waste of time is all. And I get it. You know what? It's okay when they want to get these things right because it decides a game. I'm actually okay with that. But when it takes like 3 or 4 extra minutes, that's when it always gets a bit fishy to me. Baseball has this too, you know? And baseball, at least like they were showing you inside the Situation Room there a little bit. Baseball, it's like, all right, umpires put on the headsets. We stand around and do a lot of this. We don't know anything. And then all of a sudden somebody else nobody really explains what happens. They just do some pointing, this and that. Umpires or managers get mad. So hockey's actually not bad. At least there's some explanation. There's some transparency here. I would prefer more, and I just wish it didn't take so long sometimes. So there you go, Burnsy. 3 points tonight. How about that? What a game. 3 assists, I guess. I thought he got that. I thought it was his goal, but I'm pretty sure they are going to give it to Logan on that one. I guess I can probably I'll put this flat now, and then let me go ahead and just go ahead and pull this up here real quick. We'll take a look at the stats. Oh, look at, they're still, so this is, oh, there you go. Just refreshed it. Logan's goal, 13th on the year. So assists for Burnsy tonight, 20, 21, and 22. How about a 2-assist night for Jonathan Dolan? Let's go to the event stats here for a second. Both Merkley's in there. Always love to see that. Neither got a shot though. Noah Gregor leading the Sharks in shots with 5. They end up with 39. They outshot the Wings 39-19. And again, that's not always the indicator of who is the better team. It does let you know probably who had the puck a lot more. Anything else? Face-offs pretty close. Hits in this game, 20-28. Actually, Detroit a little bit more physical. So I'm just going to go ahead here and set up the... here we go. The old post-game reaction scenario here. Give me 1 second here. And I know a lot of people are tuning in. I do appreciate that. Let me just make sure that we can get all the interviews to come in when they do. Okay. All right, we are set up for that. I'll just keep listening to when it actually takes place. You know what? Sharks have won 3 in a row. How about that? And I realized that maybe the win 2 games ago wasn't as convincing, allowing the final 2. And last game, I mean, you got into an 0-2 hole that you had to come back and score the final 3. And tonight, you know, It's a hard-fought game. You were the better team. Tonight, I'm more interested in effort, how the team looked versus what the final score is. They got the result. They got the 2 points. I don't care if it was 3-2 in overtime. Honestly, if they won 4-2 or 5-2, you got the 2 points, and you look good. Those are kind of the only two things that matters. I'm not listening to this Logan interview, by the way, but he's doing a lot of smiling here. He's a really happy fellow right now. I wonder what he's saying or what Dom Moore is talking to him about. You could tell he asked him a question just now, and you know, obviously former teammates, but he's all smiles during this interview, and why not, right? He missed a little bit of time. He told me he was feeling fine throughout, or at least when I contacted him, he was doing all right. So I was just glad to hear that and know that when he came back, he'd be ready to go. And obviously tonight, that last goal, all that mattered. A minute into overtime. I like the fact that the Sharks didn't wait to get their 2 points. All right, still waiting for the post-game reaction from players here. I got the Zoom feed all set up here. I'm in the Sharks' personal meeting room. So I'll put that up on the screen as soon as it's ready to go. How about live chat until then? Let's do a little bit of this. Glad the Sharks won. Too bad no Wes McCauley call. I agree. We got a good goal. That'd be how Wes would do it. All right, guys, we're handing out apples. All right, Eric, going to the Barracuda game on April 10th. You've already got that one planned. Good on you. Yeah, a little win streak. I think we can all agree that the best performance of the night was Nedlevik's epic flop, Academy Award worthy. Yeah, that must go to the officiating that people are talking about tonight, huh? He's probably talking to him about the goal review being a big waste of time. Oh, Corey, you know us well. 2 or fewer. That's now a couple games in a row that are 2 or fewer, right? Mohammed asking, did I miss something? Why did the Sharks wear white today? I don't know the specific answer, but the Sharks team account did tweet that the Red Wings may have had a little bit of a packing problem with their typical white road sweaters. So I don't know what that means. And the Sharks also kind of said that they compensated and just brought their other pair out so that they didn't have 2 sets of white jerseys out there. You just can't do that. So I guess you could go teal and red if you really had to, but why not? Why not get the contrast going? Make it easy on everybody. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I always love. Whoa. Okay, we're joining the post-game scenario here. I will put this on for everybody in just 1 second. I wonder if I can just pin.
Recording in progress.
Oh, thank you. All right, so
we're gonna have head coach Bob Boughner in a couple minutes here.
Perfect. There you go. All right, you guys can all hear that. Oh, I guess you can probably see that too. I didn't mean for that to happen. So I'll put that up in just a second. Hey Matthew, thank you so much, by the way, for being here and especially on the super chat. I always do appreciate that generosity. Thank you so much. Someone threw an octopus on the ice. That's a thing. My brother just texted me that he had to go pick it up. LOL. He sent you a picture of him with it. Yeah, in Detroit. It's still a thing. I mean, I know the team hasn't been like they were, but that was a thing for a very, very long time. It still must be a thing. I guess they haven't been in the playoffs in a while. They had a long playoff streak of 20 plus years, all those years in a row in the playoffs. That was a regular thing. There's tons of video of it. I will share that story some other time too in more detail. I'll share more Detroit detail stories some other time. Meantime, let me just go back to here and make sure that when that's ready to go, I will be too. So there we go. Now we're talking here. Okay. I can do that, or I guess if I really want to, I'll make that bigger. And what if I put it just like that? You can probably close that view if we want. Do you guys like it like that, or should I just, Yeah, I'll probably let it sit like this. Anyway, we'll have that as soon as it's ready. It's just not ready yet. Back to the old live chat here. Darius, I appreciate
Hey,
you.
everyone, we have head coach Bob Boughner,
right.
so we'll go ahead and get started with Shang.
Let's listen in here.
Bob, what can you say about tonight's game, especially the guys after the Nicoletti goal, staying positive, sticking with the plan?
Well, I think that was, I just got done talking to coaches there. I think that was our one of our games was most complete 60 minutes that we didn't let anything frustrate us. I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of the 5-on-3 call. And, we did an unbelievable job of killing that until the last second. That's sometimes can take wind out of your sails. I think their second goal obviously could take wind out of your sails. And, and then we just kept coming. And, we produced a lot of offense tonight. You got to give Nedeljkovic a lot of praise for the way he played. And I thought that sometimes when you're snake bitten and things aren't going in, it allows you to get frustrated, but it didn't rattle us tonight. And that was important to see.
Brent Burns, back-to-back 3 assist performances. He just keeps going.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you know what? I think that, Burnsy's starting to find that other level of his game. He's done a lot of great things this year, but he's still got a lot of offense in him. And, his ability just to get pucks to the net, I think he's jumping a little more into the play and trying to roam a little more in the offensive zone. And, good things are happening. The puck's following him a bit right now. It's nice to see.
Curtis?
Well, obviously, Timo gets that power play goal, to start things off. Were you guys trying to do anything a little bit differently on the power play tonight?
Yeah, of course, we were frustrated with our power play last couple of games, especially in Detroit, and not so much even the shorthanded goals we gave up, but the lack of offense we were producing on it, and we decided to put Dahlin back there and go to our old setup. Obviously, a little easier with Couch back in the lineup, but there's some adjustments we made from the video the last time we played Detroit, and they're a good penalty killing team and they come at you, but we bypassed a couple times and got it underneath their top pressure. And I thought, we had some decent looks.
You guys are now 6-0 in overtime this season. I mean, talk how important it's been to get that extra point in some of these games.
It's a good observation.
Those are huge because those are the points you look at the end of the season. And, sometimes you're sitting close to a spot in the playoffs or, and you always look back and you say, you could have got a couple points along the way. So, we're going to collect as many points as we can now, especially at home. And it's nice to see us in these close games and being comfortable in close games and being able to keep executing. And we didn't lay off. We kept our foot on the gas. And, and we're finding ways to win, even when things aren't going our way offensively. And I've talked about this all year, identity, having to win these 2-1, 3-2 games. And, we've done a lot of that lately.
Go to Marco.
Hey, Bob, how did you like your play of your fourth line tonight? And do you think you're going to keep these guys together for a couple more games?
Well, good question. We're going to have some guys probably coming back. I think that we have Rudy coming back Thursday. I think we're going to have a chance of having Benino back. So obviously 2 veteran guys that'll go back in the lineup. We got to make some adjustments, but the good thing about this team this year is we've gone through a lot and needed so many guys from Barracuda. Every time they've come up, they've answered the bell. And, tonight was no different. Viel had a huge goal for us. He had a fight, a little history with Smith there from last game.
Giovanni, that's right.
I like the way that we just, we sent a message and stuck up for our teammates and, good things happen that way. Wheeler has a huge goal after that, the bounce that got on the second. And Raska playing his first game. I thought he did well, drew a penalty. He threw his body around. So these guys are all contributing in their own ways.
Michael?
It's good news on Rudolph Spalsers, by the way.
All right, Bob, with this perfect record over time, is it somewhat bittersweet that you still give up a point even though it's a victory?
No, I mean, especially when you're playing a team on the other side, that doesn't concern you at all. We did everything we could tonight.
What I just said.
And I haven't seen the analytics yet, but I love our chances that we produced. Where we produced them from, we didn't give up a lot from the inner slot, which is important for us. And I'm sure when I look at the package tomorrow, it's going to favor us. And you could tell just by the feel on the bench. I mean, that's that's our game. And, we're going to find ways to get, pucks past goaltenders are having a hot night like tonight. But I'm very happy with the complete 60 minutes and some.
Absolutely.
Last question here for
61 minutes.
Yeah, Bob, just looking at the time on ice, Vlasic only 10:45. Did he have an injury or was that a coach's decision?
No, I think it was one of those things. I looked at it after the first period. It was only 2.5 minutes, and me and Mads talked about John Madden. And every time he was up, we got a power play, and and then when he was up again, we took him out and we were killing. It was just one of those things. And I think he's usually averaging, if I'm not mistaken, 14, 15, 16, 17 minutes on a high night, and just one of those nights that just happened. But no injury. Just another guy's playing well around him as well.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
One player here shortly.
All right, there you go. Bob Boughner. We'll wait for whoever comes up next, and maybe I can actually, let me see how I can do this. I can put that there, and then I can put that on the screen. So you guys can probably all see that, right? So I'm on here, and then I'll put that on the screen. So we'll watch together when the next player comes up. I guess I could also mute it for the time being, but hopefully somebody comes quick. That was it was a great topic for Bob there. The Sharks 6-0 in overtimes this year. I hadn't looked up the stat. It felt like that. Well, here's Timo. So
we have Timo Meier here.
Let's listen in.
Any questions? Go ahead and get started.
By the way, I'm not going to ask any questions. I could here, but I'm not going to.
Shang.
Timo, what can you say about Jonathan Dolan's pass to you on your goal?
Filthy.
Yeah, really nice play off the face-off, and then we battled back and got the puck back, and then he made a really skilled play to find me back door, and it's nice to get one on the power play.
I know you weren't on the ice for it, but did you see that octopus get thrown out there? What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see that.
It's, something you don't see every day, and it's kind of their tradition, and I guess it brought us luck because we scored with it on the ice.
Detroit fans, come on. Don't do that.
Timo, you guys are now 6-0 in overtime this season. Why do you feel you guys are so comfortable in 3-on-3?
Good question. I think we got some guys that can hang on the pucks, make plays, and
possession.
Real skilled Ds with Burns and Carly that are I think every time we got guys on the ice, three threats to score. So yeah, it was nice to get that overtime win again tonight and keep that going.
Go to Michael.
Okay, Timo, you got things started for the team, but were you really impressed with Viel scoring right after Detroit took the lead?
Yeah, huge goal from Wheeler there. Driving the puck and wide and then crashing it, and good things will happen. So it was, really nice to see him get rewarded after, he had a nice fight there early on in the game too and got the boys going. So, well-deserved goal from him there.
We'll finish up here with Zdenek.
Ja, Timo, grüezi. Was wie ein Powerplay-Tor für dich. Das war ein schöner Pass von Darlene für deine Tor, nein?
Ja, sehr schöner Pass. Ich habe nur auf der anderen Seite vom Goal warten und schieben ins Goal schiessen. Sehr glücklich, wenn wir schon lange im Powerplay kein Goal mehr geschossen haben. Ein bisschen Mühe hatten in den letzten paar Spielen, vor allem gegen Detroit, und von dem her super, um das Goal schiessen.
Danke.
Und 2 Goldposts für dich im dritten, das kommt nicht oft vor.
Ja, ein bisschen Pech dort. Momentan sicher gerne mehr Goal schiessen. Dort hätte ich sicher gerne noch gemacht, aber wir haben zum Glück dann nachher in der Overtime Spiel auf unsere Seite gewinnen.
Und noch eine Frage Overtime. Das ist etwas anderes für Sharks dieses Jahr.
What's happening here?
Ja, wir sind
Timo's from Switzerland. I get it.
Sehr, sehr gut an, wenn wir in die Overtime kommen mit sehr vielen Spielern, die Skill haben, auch unsere Verteidiger, die offensiv etwas machen können. Darum sind wir sehr gefährlich auch in der Overtime.
Who wants to interpret this, by the way?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Timo.
Who's going to do the interpretation there?
Okay, we'll have another player here.
All right. We'll wait for that. I can't wait to see who shows up next. What were they even saying right there? I have no clue. Hey, Darius, let me also get you in there. Thank you again for the super chat. You're awesome. You're fantastic. It's been a while. You moved to Texas over Christmas. Glad the Sharks won tonight. The octopus was very funny as well. I have to admit here, full disclosure, I don't know if I missed that. When did it happen? Early during the game? Late during the game? Maybe while I was coming into the home studio here. I didn't have the screen on the entire time. I did miss a few minutes here and there tonight, but I didn't know I missed that. So there was an octopus on the ice tonight at the tank, huh? That is... That's, yeah, I mean, they do it in Detroit, right? Why would you do that here in California? Why would you do that? No reason. I wonder how that got in the building too. I mean, I know it gets in, right? Like it happens in Detroit. This has been happening for decades. But I always wonder, like, who, would they put it in a plastic bag? They put it in their jacket, but then you literally have an octopus like on you. And it stinks. And they like, how do you pull it out and do it when and nobody sees it? Like, wouldn't everybody be like, that guy right there? And you know it's a guy, right? That guy did it right there. All right, looks like we're still awaiting whoever is going to pop up next here. I could just draw my face right there. Maybe I could superimpose myself and do my own press conference here. Yeah, what other takeaways? Reimer still, like, obviously out. Sawchenko backing up Hill again tonight. But it does sound like James Reimer might be coming back sooner than later. I know a lot of people were curious about the whole IR thing. From what I understand, the way I understand it, sorry, there's a little fly there, is that it's not something it seemed like had been bothering him, and it's taken a little bit of extra time to make sure they get it right. But again, what can you say about Aiden Hill? Another 2 or fewer performance in the Wings. Honestly, didn't even put up a ton of shots tonight. Good, they had some decent, good chances. They scored on some unfortunate plays, obviously on the power play, and that was kind of a broken play. So Bertuzzi just kind of creeping in weak side there, and then the Letty goal was. That's one that Hill's going to have a nightmare about. So this just seems awfully quiet. Wonder why nobody's there. I just want to make sure it's not frozen or anything. It looks like everybody's still in there. 17 people are still there. So as far as I know, I just I don't want to be waiting for something that's not actually going to happen. Plus the audio went real quiet, so that always concerns me. All right. Anyway, Darius, thank you again so much for being here in the super chat. So now I understand when Matthew said it. I understand. He said someone threw an octopus on the ice. That's a thing. So, and now you're saying your brother just texted you that he had to go pick it up. So your brother works there. I didn't understand this happened in San Jose. I was like, your brother's in Detroit? I don't understand this. Now I totally
We have Jeff
get
Viel
it.
here. Any questions? Let's go ahead and get
Jeff
started.
Viel. All right. Hang on. Let me get you set up here, Jeff.
Go ahead, Shane.
Jeff, can you describe your goal there? Definite crash and bang there.
Yeah, I just Burnsley made a nice play
Crash and
to
bang.
me, and I just saw the D kind of flat-footed, so I just tried to take it to the net and got a bounce. Just driving the net. So.
Particularly on Brent's stretch pass to you there. Were you expecting that? Because it looked at first like he was going to go D to D to Ferraro.
Well, we kind of got an eye contact there, and I think he saw me, and he saw that they were making a change, and we always want to play fast, play up the ice, so that was a great play.
Love hearing that type of stuff.
We'll go to Michael.
Okay, so you scored a goal within 2 minutes of them taking the lead. So how important was it for you to get that equalizer?
Yeah, it's been a few games now in a row that we've bounced back in the third period. Yeah. So it just shows the character of our team, and that's what we want to do. We just don't want to sit down if they score. We just want to bounce right back. So
go to Curtis.
Curtis Brown?
Jeff, how did you feel about your line tonight?
I thought we got better as the game went on. I thought we had a few turnovers in the first that we shouldn't have made, and but as the game went on, we just kept it simple, and I thought the third was their best period. We got a few shifts in the ozone there, so create a lot. So I thought our game overall was pretty good.
That's obviously a tough situation, obviously after what happened to Jake Middleton there to stand up to Smith like that. But was that, as something that, necessary, to try to do that?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously that was part of my game, and it was kind of a dirty play by him. So just want to remind anyone that, we're going to defend each other and we're going to protect our teammates. So.
Go to Marco.
Hey, Jeffrey, your guys' line tonight was like the energy line, whether it was you starting a fight or getting the tying goal. But can you talk about Raska's play in his first NHL game tonight? I mean, you guys got some chemistry together with the Barracuda, so were you guys able to kind of keep that going here tonight and in his NHL debut?
Yeah, Raska is obviously a guy with a lot of energy, young guy that plays really hard, and he made a few good hits today, and we've built that kind of chemistry since training camp a little bit, and we've played together with the Barracuda. So we're kind of used to playing with each other. We both play really hard, and Merkley kind of completes that trio. So,
anything else here?
That's it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Logan Couture will be our last player for tonight.
Oh, when's old Logan coming out?
Hang tight, everyone.
We will hang tight for that. Let me just go ahead and I'm going to put this up on the screen while I get a chance. I'm already on the media site, so I'm trying to look at the Sharks game log here and kind of how things have gone lately. Because I think, sometimes we get caught in the mix of a homestand, then a road trip, and where this team has been. And actually, it's only letting me go just back here to January. But you know what? I will then just do it like this. 8-5 loss to the Penguins, 6-2 loss to the Red Wings. And again, this...
Okay, we have Logan here, so we'll start with Curtis.
We'll listen to Logan here first.
Logan, how are you feeling tonight, especially in the first period after that layoff?
I actually felt pretty good in the first 10 minutes. Got a little tired there in the second half of the first. Third period, I thought felt really good. I thought as a team we played well. When you have the puck, you always have more energy. You always feel more involved. And I thought we had the puck the majority of that third period. So happy with the outcome.
Can you take us through that overtime goal?
Sure. It was weird because the crowd was screaming and yelling, and I didn't know what was going on. I looked up, I thought there was a jersey on the ice, and then I got closer and saw it was an octopus. And, kind of skated around, and then
how did I miss that?
Burns made a pass to Dolls, went off a shin pad. He made a great seam pass to Burnsy, and the puck was kind of sitting there on the goal line, and I was able to whack it in.
You guys are now 6-0 in overtime this season. How important are these extra points as you guys try to, stay in the playoff mix here?
Massive. Against the other conference or other teams in the other division or other conference, sorry. It's not as important getting that extra point, but you always want 2 points. So 6 OT wins. I think it's 5 and maybe a shootout win.
Yep.
You feel confident once it gets to overtime.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
You should
feel like you're going to win. And we've been able to win early in a few of these overtimes, so it's nice.
Chang?
Logan, Bob said of you guys today that you didn't let anything frustrate you guys, especially that let go. That would have been a time to get frustrated. Just how important is that for a winning team?
Yeah, huge. Tough one to give up there, but I thought the response by Wheeler's line and Wheeler driving the net and scoring that goal was massive, kind of calmed everything back down. And, the guys, we felt confident. We were playing well. We had so many good looks and good chances in that third period prior to the goal. And then right after we had a few. So we're confident.
And Brent Burns, back-to-back 3 assist performances for him, 36 years old, just keeps going.
Apples.
Yeah, he's playing great. He's
36.
Makes great plays with the puck, and he's shooting the puck. And
I'm 40.
Jumping into play. Great place tonight.
Michael
or Eichel?
All right, Logan,
Jack,
coming
you're
off your layoff, did you feel you would have the energy level to play, let alone score the game-winning goal in overtime? And were you worried that the goal might get taken away?
Oh, I had energy. I was in a hotel room for 5 days, sitting and thinking about how I wish I was skating on the ice. So a lot of pent-up energy. was happy to get out just this morning with the guys. That was my first time skating with the guys this morning, and brought some more energy being around the guys. And like I said, the first 10 minutes I felt really good with good legs, and yeah, it's nice to win. I didn't know what they were challenging at first. The ref said they were looking at the octopus possibly being in the middle of the play, and if it got in anyone's way, then they would have disallowed it. And then they said they were checking for offside.
How did I miss this?
And then I went to the bench, and Boogie said it was clearly onside. So pretty confident it was going to stand.
Marco?
Hey, Logan, considering how Detroit took it to you guys last week in their home barn, how important was it for you guys to establish your guys' forecheck tonight, and especially in that first 10 minutes, as you said, considering, how bad you guys played against them, and this score could have been a lot more lopsided if it wasn't for the goalie tonight.
Yeah, I thought it could have been easily. Their goaltender made, I don't know how many, probably double-digit grade A saves, backdoor saves. We would have liked to finish on a few of those chances, but he played great. I thought the game in Detroit, I don't think the guys played that bad. I just thought, the 5-minute power play, we gave a few shorties. And that deflated us, and that was that. But I thought watching the last two and then tonight, we've responded really well. I like where our game's trending. We have some challenges coming in this week here, with a very good Rangers team, a good Pittsburgh team, and then a tough LA team. So we got a work cut out for us, but looking forward to a good day of practice tomorrow.
Last question here for Teal Town.
Yeah, Couture, with all the shots that you had tonight, and
AJ, you're cutting out a bit. Can you say that question again?
Yep. Sit up.
I think that might be the end of it.
Sorry, we didn't catch that. So unfortunately, that's it for tonight. We'll keep everyone updated on schedule tomorrow, 11 a.m. skates.
All right, I will leave that for a second, let that go, and there you have it. I like what Logan said there about we're trending in the right way, because that's kind of what I was, let me close Zoom here for a second. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. You look at where this team has been, and even just take it from the calendar year, 8-5 thumping in Pittsburgh. It was 6-1 after one period of hockey. Wait, how did I not see the octopus? I was so busy here. You guys all saw me streaming. When and where did this happen? And I didn't see it. I didn't really see a shot of it. Whatever. 6-2 loss. That was a frustrating game where things unraveled even further. It was kind of a nightmare type result in Detroit. And then 3-2 in Buffalo, right, where the Sharks scored the first three. They got those 3 goals right there in 4 minutes and 57 seconds in the first period. They did not score again. Sabres scored in the second. They scored in the third. They made it very interesting in the final minute of the game. And then in Philly, right, the Flyers, it was no score after 40. Third period, Flyers get 2. JVR got 2 goals early in that period. And then Hurdle had the natural hat trick in regulation and in overtime. And then so tonight, you kind of have that back and forth game with the Wings, and you have to tie it, and you have to win it in overtime, and the Sharks do. But look how many close games, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, well, 6-2, 8-5. But that's a trifecta of 3-2 games in a row that the Sharks have all been on the right side of. But this is what I'm looking at here, 2 or fewer, 2 or fewer, 2 or fewer. Now look what's ahead. As Logan was mentioning there, the Rangers, the Penguins, the Kings, and I don't know about the Kraken. Then you go to Tampa and Washington. That's Florida, 24-7-5 with Jumbo. That one on the road. And then Carolina, 24-7-2. My goodness. What an interesting and difficult stretch. How about a quick look at Logan's stats tonight, and then we'll go ahead and go back to the live chat. For Logan, 20 minutes of ice time, just 2 shots. Honestly, had a rough night in the circle. 14 draws, only won 4 of 14, so that's 29%, but got the game-winning goal and is back in action, and quite honestly, at the end of the night, that's most important. Okay, let's go back here. So now, again, I'm still feeling bad. Matthew was trying to explain to me that there was an octopus on the ice tonight, and I didn't even see it. I do not know exactly what happened. All right, let me go back here to the Let me go back to the chat and try and please keep Merks on this team. He's full-time ready. Which Merkley are you talking about? I think I know, but I'm not sure. Caker Girl, it's okay. You're not late. Normally I do this a half hour after the game ending because we do a post-game show. Tonight, no post-game. I jump right on the live stream here. Just watch Timo's interview. I love when he speaks German. Oh, so that was German. I didn't, honestly, I was waiting for somebody to translate. That's why I said danke at the end, right? Isn't that thank you? Shame, CG, what? I'm missing on that one. What are we all talking about here? What am I missing? I don't know what everybody's talking about. Oh, Caker Girl. Shame, I see. She was late. Caker Girl. Heck yeah, dude. Defending and protecting each other. I think, Haley, you're talking about VL's comments about dropping the gloves earlier in the game and sending that message to Smith about the whole Middleton, well, the fight from last game, but more so the hit that still has Middleton sidelined. VL and Ferraro were two understated stars from that win. I like that word, Drew, understated. You know, I always say underestimated or overlooked. Understated. I think that's a good way to put it. Captain Couture. Attaboy. I think I heard the Sharks and Las Vegas are the only two teams in the Pacific with 20 wins. Is that true? Give me a second to pull up the old standings here. So that's another thing we got to look at here. Let's go to the old division standings. Where are the Sharks? Make this a little bit bigger for everybody. I know some of you, what was everybody watching, by the way? Most people, I assume, like on a phone or a small screen, so I'll make this big. Yeah, it's actually true. Now see what happens here is, you've got Anaheim who's lost. That's amazing. They've lost 7. So the Sharks are 6-0 in overtime, and I don't know what Anaheim's overtime record is, but they have 7 overtime games that they've lost, but they've picked up points in. That's crazy that they're 4 points ahead of the Sharks. So they've also played 2 more games. See, so this is another thing that's going to be hard to conceptualize during this season, where a lot of teams have a different amount of games played because of postponements and other things. It's not a scheduling oddity. It's the effects of missing games and postponing games. So the Sharks actually, they've played significantly more than Calgary and Edmonton and Seattle and 2 more than Van, but they've also played 2 less than Las Vegas, 2 less than Anaheim. They're right there with the Kings. So, the Sharks sitting in 4th right now, and for a long time, Calgary was atop the division. Their run with COVID really knocked them out of the seat, obviously in games behind the schedule, but I don't know what their record is since then. What are they in their last 10 here? Oh, how about that? Calgary has lost 3 in a row. Look at that. Last 10, 3-6-1 for the Flames. And they're still showing as a good team, a plus 21 goal differential. Now, this does worry me about the Sharks. They're a minus 9 goal differential. Of all these top 4 teams, top 6 teams, they're the only ones with a negative goal differential. It's not huge. It's minus 9, but that's going to have to right itself over time. So how about that? 20, 16, and 1 for the San Jose Sharks. 41 points. Again, it's a conversation right now. I'm not saying anything's a lock. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but they've made this interesting. And with a season that's got a lot of variables and adversity and everything else, and it's not normal by any means, they're kind of right there. All right, let's go back to the old live chat here. Hope Ryan Merkley stays in the lineup. His puck movement's good, and his points will start coming. And I think when you can say that somebody's points are going to come and you like the way they're playing, I think that's usually a gut instinct that's almost always correct. How did I miss the octopus? I have no clue. I was multitasking. Big Bird's got it right. Seriously, were there multiple shots of it on the screen? And it was it was in the game-winning goal? How did I miss this? Officials legitimately told Couture after the goal that we are making sure the octopus was not a part of the play. The octopus never works against the Sharks. Andrew, hello. you're coming to us from Japan, correct, right? It's Wednesday afternoon usually for you? Always good to see your name in the mix here. Someone said it had a service animal tag on it. Oh, I just don't need this. The better question is, would the octopus be bad luck for the Kraken? It might be. Oh, Kraken actually toss a salmon after wins? Well, that's a Seattle thing, right? In the fish market. Service octopus? Oh, my. Oh, I see. See, that was my question before. How does one sneak an octopus into the tank? Will Detroit fans throw octopi on the ice in Seattle? Alden, good use of octopi right there. Octopus for emotional support. Well, it didn't work tonight. Oh, Morbido. I hope I have energy in a few days. Just got COVID. Feel wiped out. I am so sorry to hear that. Obviously, I wish you the best. And that does sound like a common effect. I don't want to say side effect. That sounds like a main effect. Lack of energy. I get the feeling Logan genuinely loves being around the rink/team. Drew, that's very accurate. And I would say this, and I don't know the reason why, and I can't pinpoint it, and I haven't asked him about this, so it's not necessarily fair for me to make this statement and know that it's true. But I do feel like Logan in all his early years was this way. Loved hockey, loved being around it, loved everything about it. I do feel like maybe the course of the last couple years, I don't know. And last year was not enjoyable for, I don't think, anybody. To be very honest with you. Just the protocols, kind of being in this semi-bubble, 56-game season. Anyway, I don't think last year was pleasant, but I did not get the sense that Logan enjoyed last year, and I don't even know about the year before, but there is definitely something I think we can all sense. Those of us who have watched him from the very beginning, I think we're seeing a reinvigorated Logan Couture. And what is it about this team, this season, this year? I don't know, but he's feeling something, he's feeding off something. And I think what you're saying here in the statement in the comment, Drew, it's accurate. It's especially accurate and noticeable right now. And it was accurate and noticeable at the beginning of his career, early 2010s with the Sharks. But there was a time where maybe a year and a half where I'm not sure he was fighting through it. And I don't know if it just took its toll on him. He's been in the league a long time. Something kind of really seemed like a grind. But I would have to agree that he's back on to enjoying it now as much as ever. Do you want me to send me the video of the octopus? I kind of, I might actually go ahead here and search it after this. I really feel bad. I hope you're talking about me. I really feel bad that I missed the octopus. Teal Town needs to upgrade their internet service package. I have no clue what was happening there. AJ is rocking Puck Guy's AOL connection. Yikes. I think Puck Guy is on AOL still. I think I have his email address because he was on Beers with Brody a while back. Couture was like, peace out. See you later. No, you know what? They want to do their availabilities. They want to do a good job and they want to get in. They want to go out. Like, it's their job, right? And when you're finished with your job at work, don't you kind of like do the same thing? Like, gotta go. See you later. See you tomorrow. I'll be here, but I'll be here tomorrow, but I gotta go now. So this is the last thing the players do before they go home, have a nice dinner, another meal, hydrate, maybe go in the spa when they get home. I don't know. I get it. Look at the comments. 2 or fewer, eh? Hey, 3 games in a row. Send that octopus back to Little Caesars Arena. You know what? Send it back to Joe Louis Arena. Have they tore that place down yet? Is it still around? Oh, no, that's wasteful. Send it to a suit. Oh, well, I guess at least you're right. It is wasteful unless somebody eats it. Detroit should have got a too many men penalty for the octopus. Luke, that's good. I will use that next time. If there's ever an encounter with the Sharks and Red Wings and there's an octopus involved, I will use that line. It's a too many men on the ice penalty. Love seeing the W. How was my night? Hey, just here streaming the third period. Got to do it for a win. Pretty stoked about that. Everything's going fine here. We're on a long spell of tonight not having the game on NBC, and then we do Thursday's game. And we do Thursday, Saturday, Monday, stuff like that. So, but we didn't have one since we didn't have a game since Saturday. So off on Sunday, off on Monday, here on Tuesday, off tomorrow, and then back at work on Thursday. Cake Girl learning German, not very good, but you can try. Missed Middleton on the ice. I really want to see Gregor finally sink a puck. The amount of grade A chances he's had is wild. I'll agree, Haley, and I think he's earning those chances because he's putting himself in the position. Like he is earning them by skill. And just got to get the finish, right? Just gotta. And maybe the floodgates open. Maybe the same way that Bonino was cursed this year in the first, literally 20 games. Maybe that's going to happen for Noah Gregor too. Is that an octopus in your pants? Or yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, again, how do you sneak that into the building? That's pretty crazy. But it shouldn't be a surprise. It's been happening at buildings across the league for decades. So it's obviously possible. It's gross, but it's possible. What happened to Calgary and Edmonton? Yeah, when I was showing the standings there. I mean, they've respectively slipped. And that's why. And was I talking about Evander Kane earlier? I think I got cut off. Maybe the game-winning goal happened. I'm not surprised one bit that teams are interested or talking about Evander Kane. I'm really not, let's say it like this. Evander Kane's production on the ice last year alone, but the last couple of years especially, it dictates that some teams are inherently going to be interested in him. They're inherently going to give this a shot. I'm not surprised in the least that teams are out there talking about him right now. Will something happen? Will it be soon? Could it be tomorrow? I don't know. I just want to state for the record that, when they were considering maybe trading for him and giving something up, now nobody really knew that the Sharks would put him on unconditional waivers and that this process would be started of contract termination. We obviously know there's been a grievance filed, so there's a lot to be still settled there. But I don't think any team had the idea that they would see him as a free agent necessarily in the immediate future. But now that they do, that's kind of like the added incentive that now you just have to sign the player. And I don't know what type of bidding thing is going to go on. I don't know who's out there, how much, how many years. I really don't know even what the market is. And for Evander, he's probably just trying to get to what the old contract was, right? Certain amount of years, certain amount of money. If you can get back to that, get on a competitive team. For him, it's moving on. But I want to make very clear that based on production alone, I'm not surprised that other teams are talking about this. Now, I understand that this is kind of another unfortunate chapter. Things got a little bit messy here at the end in San Jose. And really, did they get messy? I mean, they really didn't. What I'm saying by that is the team and players, and this was not full of details and tons of drama with teammates. And there's a whole separate personal side. I totally understand that. But honestly, this was a pretty high road thing with the Sharks publicly. There was not a lot of back and forth dirt. There really wasn't. So, but there's enough to see that there was some things going on that not everybody was really content with on one or both sides. And so long story short, other teams might look at that and say, well, again, there was some issues. Do we want to take our hand and try this or take the chance with this? And so I think somebody will. I really do. Based on, and Evander has shown, he showed last year that through a lot of things that we did and didn't know about off the ice, that he was, experiencing, that he was able to still come to the rink and produce. And I think that as far as teams matter moving forward or what matters to them, that's going to be a big part of the equation. So not surprised there at all. All right. Let's go back to the live chat here for a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to rock out. It's all good. Wheezing lungs. You missed the octopus too. I really can't believe it. You tape it to your stomach and you wear a sweater. Couture got his groove back. You love my show with Teal Town. I think that was a while back. Was that like a season preview? Maybe some more on the horizon. They're not paying their bills for some reason. I sent them a pretty hefty invoice. Let me see here. Can they hand out penalties for fans throwing things on the ice? If so, what happens when the away fan is the one to do it? They talk about that a lot in football, right? Fans are going to get a penalty to the team if they do something in the game, they throw something on the field, or baseball, right? But what penalty can you really assess in a baseball game? I've not really ever seen that. I think I've heard about that. I know that's a threat, but I don't know how you logistically do that. And to your point, what if it is the road team that does it? Penalize the home team. Hurdle had many chances tonight. Hope he gets more than one. And he's coming off a game where he had 3. So sometimes you're going to have it. Other times you're going to dangle. You're going to do everything possible, and it's just you're not going to be able to finish. Yeah, remember when a Sharks fan threw a shark with an octopus sewn into its mouth? I was ringside for that. And I took a picture of it, I think, and I tweeted it. And the tweet was, at that time, Twitter was microscopic, and the tweet had 1,000 retweets or something. And I don't know. It got picked up. But I do remember that. And I didn't even know what I was seeing or taking a picture of, but people definitely knew. Giovanni, I do remember that. That's a great memory by you too. Regarding goal differential, feel like that's been affected by empty net goals. Haven't we been in a lot of games where we pull our goalie? True. So you could definitely say a couple are right there. AP Sports saying it was a fake octopus. Okay, now I'm feeling a lot better about that. If Logan thought it was a jersey or something, then there was really an octopus. Yuck. The ESPN broadcast was really hyping up Timo. Didn't even know Timo was so dominant this year, 5-on-5. And I saw that graphic. I think it was first intermission after he scored. They were showing where he gets his chances from, what style of play, what nature of play leads to his chances. But what is he sitting on? 36 points, I think, in his 31 games. Timo Meier is more than a point per game player this year. That is, I'll tell you what, forget about amount of goals or assists or whatever. Just keep those points coming, right? And even if you end 82 games with 82 points, however many goals and apples, I don't care what the mix is. I love that. That's it's a hard pace to keep. But I'll tell you, we're approaching the halfway point of this NHL season, and he's been doing it for half a season. So finish strong. That's all I got to say. Cue the Flintstones feet burnout song or a sound effect for when players leave the tank. I think it sounds a little bit, it's funny, Alden, you mentioned that. I think it sounds like, I just threw those in there. Here's Logan. Okay, we done? See ya. That would be me too, though, honestly. But then again, here I am live streaming for an hour and 23 minutes. But I swear I'm only going to do it for a couple more. Wait, did the Sharks just make a trade while I'm live streaming? Let me do a little confirmation here. Hang on. I'm seeing. Wait a second. Shimek and LeBanc trade. What are we talking about here? Is this a hypothetical? Here, hang on a second. Calm down, everybody. I don't know that we do trades at 11:00 p.m. Pacific time here. Sharks traded? Hang on a second. Let me do a little. Is that just speculation? It might be. Yeah. No, that's not happening. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thank you. ESPN could really use your help in improving their broadcast of Sharks games. Oh yeah, like me here in the home studio. They want this? I don't think they want this. No, I appreciate the sentiment. You know what? Sometimes I need nights like this. You all don't need to hear this, but I need nights like this where I can just sit back, watch the game like you guys do, and not work it, so that I kind of gain perspective and I can be a fan once in a while. And I like coming on here and doing this too. This is fun after the game in this format. But yeah, of course, the ESPN has 8 games this year. We usually don't give up 8. Even back when NBC was doing the national, they would not take 8. ESPN took 8. That's a lot. Maybe they knew something about this season, but I like doing them. I don't like missing them, and I don't like not having them like tonight. But it's not, I've gotten used to it. There's other ways to keep involved. Miss the NBC crew. Watch all the intermissions you do because y'all keep it so entertaining. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. I will take all the credit and give Brownie absolutely none of it. He's not that entertaining. He detracts, let's be honest. Here to cleanse my eardrums after and express your love for Gregor. Okay, KR, I appreciate that. Again, I've always said it's hard as the national broadcaster, playing to both sides, trying to be knowledgeable about 2 teams that you're not embedded with. I mean, in our case, we are embedded with one team. We get it. I've followed them for years, personal relationships. Like you build on that, and then you try and leverage that during your broadcast, your pregame show, your postgame show. But it's hard when you're a national broadcaster. You're like parachuting in, trying to be impartial. It's tough. It really is. Pro tip for ESPN games: watch on mute and play the radio broadcast. You get score, Dan Rusanowski. All right. Yeah, the offsides challenge was way too long for a clear non-offsides. You know what, Harrison? If you go back to me watching that, you can rewind this stream. I think if you go back to me seeing it in real time, I'm like, okay, wait, you're reviewing it. I get it. You're still reviewing it. Come on, what's taking so long here? I'm getting nervous, but bags checked entering the tank. Oh, that's just my octopus. Liam, what is this? Is this real? What, you're scaring me here. Again, I don't think these things happen at 11 o'clock at night. All right, man, there's a lot more comments happening here. I'm going to try and keep up. Kraken sending a message to the Red Wings. Is it just a delay of game penalty? It might be, or if you throw something on the ice. I guess they could do that in hockey. Again, I don't recall that I've ever seen that given to a crowd. Translating is going a little bit rough. Timo's German interview. Yes, Timo, greetings. What a beautiful pass. And that's about it. Oh, man. Oh, Kevin. What do you think we can get in return for Hertl? Let me say this. If you knew that Tomas Hertl was absolutely not going to come back at all next year, right? If you knew that this was just a non-starter, no chance. Then right now, of course, you find a way to trade him before the deadline. Get something back. But I don't think that's it. To me, we're talking about a player who wants to be in San Jose, I think, and a team that definitely wants to keep him. But there's a lot of in between here, right? There's some wiggle room. I meet you here, you meet me there. Money, years, comparable contracts. It's playing the cat and mouse game for a little bit. Who wants to rush this? There's plenty of time. You don't know what the cap situation is for the Sharks or the league for next year. There's some door open variables. But again, I don't think you even consider moving a player that you really, really, really want to sign for next year. And I think that's the case for the team. And again, I've heard Tomas, I've heard him say, we'll see how things play out. But I've also heard a player like Logan say, Tomas tells me every day how much he loves it here. Like he does. I really think he does. But he knows it's a business. He's doing his, you don't get this big contract like he deserves, and you don't get the opportunity, really more than once in your career necessarily. So you got to make the most out of it. I totally understand. Big Bird, I appreciate you for being here. This is especially good when they win. Good night, everyone. See you all Thursday. That's what I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon too. Do I have any goals for 2022? It's funny. I did a New Year's resolution video. I don't know. It's here on my channel, and it's like slim, stretch, steady. Gosh, I forgot the last one. Oh, and streamline. So you can think about what those 4 things mean. Those are my goals for 2022. Resolutions, I said that, and I don't even know. Have I ever done a resolution for a full year? I don't know. All right. Oh my gosh, I was undercutting Timo. 39 points in 31 games. You have him in fantasy. Of course you know that, Sam. Oh my gosh, thank you for correcting me. And yes, that guy was trolling me. He's trolling, no way. Everybody's talking about this Panthers game thing. All right, okay. I'll search it. I'm sure it's on Twitter, right? I'm going to turn my volume down in case there's anything. All right, it's trending. So, oh my gosh. Oh I mean, I don't even know how else to respond to that. I can't. I mean, I knew what I was going to see. I was pretty sure I knew what I was going to see when I searched that. I don't even know who Kodak Black is, and I don't know how that situation presents itself, like where it happened. Did it stop? I have so many questions. Was that the end of it? That video clip was probably like 15 seconds. It was only like 10 seconds here. It's definitely trending, and this video definitely has 3.1 million views and counting. Well, I'll move on. You guys can figure that one out for yourself. Tonight was quite honestly the weirdest night in hockey. Drew, everybody's seeing that I'm seeing it. Kodak Black did some extracurriculars in the box seats. Oh, Luongo's tweet was great. What did Roberto Luongo say? He's Strombone 1. What's Bobby Lou say here? PA announcer, please keep your eyes on the puck at all times. Everyone. Okay. Kodak. Honey, turn around. It's not safe. What happened with the Panthers game? Well, Haley, apparently there was a hockey game, and then there was some other stuff happening in a luxury suite. I'm just finding out about this too. The video's out there. All right. Guzma 4K, you can sleep good. The Sharks got their win. These YouTube shows are great. Thank you, especially on nights when it's an ESPN Plus broadcast. If I could ever convince Honor to get on here too, I would, but I want to give the man his space. He deserves that. In fact, yeah. And that's the other thing, Maddie. That's a great point. The box in question, right? The luxury suite in question, like literally right next to it, you see an entire like bunch of suits. And yeah, it was the coaching staffs. And they're over like, what in the world is happening over there? Big yikes. It was a big yikes. Couldn't wait to get back to the crib. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that situation even present itself? I really don't know. 3 in a row for the Sharks. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Get Brownie in here? Illuminato. You don't want to see Brownie ruin this, do you? How's Drew? I believe he's joining us again for pre- and post-game coming up in the near future. He was on virtually a while back because he had some issues getting back into the country with COVID and protocols and everything else. So, but pretty sure he'll be back soon. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, just saw the video. Huge yikes. Yeah. That's when you could see my reaction right there. Oh, hey, Ace Raiders Dub Sharks wins the next Zoom live stream. I will tell you that right now. It's actually already scheduled on the channel. It's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to have my friends from lastdivebar.com on for Beers with Brody. Now, this is a Sharks audience. Totally get that. My other side is the A's, and they are hardcore A's fans who have developed a line of merchandise, clothing, all that stuff, and they do so much with the profits they earn. I don't know what percentage they give back, but they're constantly writing checks back for hundreds and thousands of dollars to community funds and foundations surrounding the Oakland A's. And in fact, they've also helped out quite generously with this particular YouTube channel also. So they're great. I can't wait to chat it up with them a little bit more. And you know what? We will be doing a Sharks Superfan episode of Beers with Brody in the near future. I've got to get this one done tomorrow night, and then I'll look ahead towards the Sharks Superfan version of Beers with Brody. We'll probably do maybe 8 to 10 panelists. And I want to, and actually, some of you I already have in mind. I'm going to be honest. Some of you who are regulars here, I want to give you first crack at it. So you will be hearing more about this. You will be hearing more from me about this. I'll be needing some email addresses pretty soon. Is Brownie any good with technology? I mean, he calls it the social, so you be the judge. Burns has assists on the pass. Yeah, 6 goals. That's right. You know what? I didn't think about that. 3 apples last game, 3 goals. 3 apples this game. That's right. He was the secondary assist on the first 2 hurdle goals last game, the primary on the game winner. And then tonight he had 3 assists. You're right. And you know what? And Couture is on a 4-game. See, now that's weird. I didn't think about that because he scored in Pittsburgh, right? And it was the Detroit was the first game I think he missed. I'm trying to remember. It's all kind of it's only a week ago, but it was a blur. Yeah, that might be true also. The Pacific Division is really strange right now. Yeah. The Sharks and Las Vegas, the only 20-win teams in the division. But the Golden Knights are in first and the Sharks are in fourth. It's because Anaheim has 7 overtime losses. They've got those 7 extra points. Haley volunteering as a tribute. Yeah, are you saying for Beers with Brody? You want in on that? Again, I will be looking for the regulars here. Oh, look who joined in. You haven't gotten your invite. Well, no, AJ, I just said I have not scheduled this one yet. I'm doing a Sharks super fan version, right? So this will be happening. But I want to know, AJ, you were in the middle of a question and then it just, what happened there? You were asking my best buddy a question, Logan Couture. And then hang on, let me take that off screen. And then it literally went like, no, it didn't go like that. Where's the record scratch? Oh, it went like this. Hey, Logan, how about the, I just threw you right under the bus. And Jack Eichel just began skating with Vegas. Of course. Am I a super fan? All of you, if you're Moonglow, you are because you're here all the time. So it's, your connection failed for 5 minutes. Oh, you of course blaming somebody else. Hey, I'm here on a really good connection. I was doing like 41 up. I was doing 980 down and 41 up. Something like that? Here, hang on a second. Let me check this out. Check this out for 1 second here. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Nope. Yeah, I was pretty close. Check out. Who wants some of that connection right there? 940 down, 43 up. Let's do this again. And I'm streaming right now. Let's see how it goes. 13 milliseconds on the ping. Ooh! Come on, get up there. Get up to 940. Go, 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 go. And this is through like a bunch of Cat 6 cables. I've got it all strung out. This is not done the proper and most efficient way. The gateway is the modem. The modem is not here in this room. Oh, 41 up. Woo, look at that internet speed. Streamer's delight, huh? Anyway, okay. Couple more here, and then I actually will call it a night. Buffering. Was I buffering? I hope I wasn't buffering. Starting to get comfortable with the soundboard. Oh, we are still going, Felix. Now, by the way, when we do the Sharks Superfan Beers with Brody, Felix will get an invite. Felix will. And there are some other names on here. Oh, wait a second. Did I just... Wait a second. I just buffered? What's happening here? Answer my cell? Oh, it buffered for a few seconds. So while I was bragging about... So it probably sucked all the bandwidth up to do that test. Okay, so I might have did that to myself. Yep, see? Probably hit the bandwidth on the upload test. So I should not do that in the future. I just wanted to brag. Oh, those white jerseys you wore as a kid on Twitter were so clean. You know what? Yari? I think I've said your name before, and I think you've said that's right. So I would just want to hopefully double check on that. Let me leave everybody with this real fast. I didn't actually. I know I tweeted that a while back, and I didn't actually go back and. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now come on, right? Just like that's the house I grew up in right there in Castro Valley. Look at that. We didn't have air conditioning, so there's a big that was air conditioning right there. There's the stereo system. Inside here, I think, was a record player. I think there might have been an 8-track player inside this thing. Right behind me was the intercom of the house. Remember an intercom? Yeah. There's wallpaper on this wall. And you know what? There's the texture, the popcorn ceiling. That's popcorn ceiling in this house right there. Yep. And look at that couch, straight from the 80s, even though this was 94. But there's me, just got the Sharks jersey. Somebody screenshot that. I think I still have that. I'm not sure. No, I think I do. I have to check in my box of jerseys. I literally have a box of jerseys. Anyway, yeah, that was, oh, and by the way, that was my birthday. That was my 13th birthday. Yours truly, 13 years old right there, loving him some Arturs Urbe. So there you go. All right. Let me just make sure there's no more solid chirps that I need to really. Oh, that's a good question here. It's a good question. What style of beer are you going to kick off the Beers with Brody? Well, we've already done one episode, Patrick, and I was on an IPA, so I might have to go double IPA for tomorrow night. That was for my birthday. That absolutely was. Oh, Haley got the screen. Haley got the screenshot. The most straight thumbs I've ever seen. I do like the heritage jerseys, I've got to say. Your house didn't have an intercom. I know. Brody, I'd love to discuss the growing game of hockey on the West Coast with you. Sure. You can do that sometime. Do I have a box of jerseys? Yes, I did say I have a box. Well, but you have to understand, Caker, that a lot of them over the years have been like, hey, here's a Stadium Series jersey, Here, this one, we made it for you. Here you go. So it comes with the territory of working 13 years around the team, most of them. Beautiful white, teal, and gray jersey. Yeah, I did like, I like those old ones still. I'll say it again. I've said this before. If I had to get buried in a Sharks jersey tomorrow, I would request the original one. I don't hang my jerseys or display them. Well, no, I honestly, they're better off where they're at, protected in the box I have them in. Yeah. I don't want to display them. I don't really have a spot for that necessarily, and there's probably 15 of them. And they all have Brazil 6 on the back. That's the other thing. I really don't want to hang that up in my house and be like, yeah, look at this. That's kind of creepy. So they're in a box. Requesting the debut of a Brazil jersey. You've never seen, I think I've worn them on there before. Well, we'll find an excuse to wear them in the near future. How about that? So the Stadium Series jersey was not your favorite. To be honest, when I saw it, I would agree with you. But that jersey grew on me. It really did. I know what you're saying. Because when I saw him at first, I was like, ooh, big stripe across the middle, oversized numbers, not feeling it. But when I saw him in person, and honestly, when I had my own, I was like, okay, this is actually growing on me. They'll never come back, but I did not mind them at all. You know what? I don't own, honestly, I have some A's jerseys. I have Sharks jerseys. That's it. When I was a kid, I used to have a ton of NBA teams jerseys, but I was way smaller then. I honestly don't have a lot of jerseys. I do not own many. Any of my jerseys signed? I don't think so. I do not think so. In fact, no, I'm almost positive no. Wear them all at the same time. The 100 jersey challenge. I don't have a closet to proudly hang them in. I share my closet, Felix, with my wife in closet space. Not because of her. I'm just saying closet space is at a premium. So, but I will tell you that my couple because I only have a couple A's jerseys, those are in my closet. Sharks jerseys are in a box right next to my hockey bag, right? Where else would it be? And I also have about 3 or 4 jerseys stashed at work. So I have a whole closet at work, or a space, and I keep 3 or 4 of them there. And I also have a Curtis Brown jersey and I have a Rafi Torres jersey at work, but I keep those stashed for purposes. Illuminato, the black jerseys are cursed. People have been saying it, specifically the stealth jerseys. You know, it's crazy. It's such a feeling that people have that they love the way they look. They want to buy them. They want to wear them, but bad things happen when the team wears them. And I don't know the record, but I understand the sentiment. You may have to show off your collection. Even though it's only 8, that's a significant amount. All right. Well, definitely wear one, Felix, when you're on the panel. Love the Heritage kits they had going last year. Heritage kits? You must be a soccer guy, Jeff. But I did love them too. Wait, that means I like my A's jerseys more than my Sharks? No, it's just because I only have a few of them. And they're actually a lot less bulky. No shoulder patches, nothing like that. The baseball jersey fits in my closet a lot easier. And I only have 3 or 4 versus like probably 14. So, Caker girl is back in the black jerseys. They were 1-6 with the stealth jerseys. Ouch. Ooh, Vinny Damphus, and is that a Mark Smith? Smitty. Oh, you have a John Scott All-Star jersey. That's fantastic. Ooh, Brad Stewart game worn. Or a signed Vlasic and Carlson. Wow. Oh, A's, Raiders, Dub Sharks, a Howard Terminal Beers with Brody. That's definitely in the cards. It's definitely in the cards, and I will keep you in mind for that one. In fact, you are on my... I talked about Felix on the short list. You are definitely on my short list too. And I know you have your own channel, but I would love to have you on for one of the upcoming Zooms. And I know you can do it all, right? You could do A's, you could do Sharks, and that's kind of what I'm keeping it at right now. Those 2 teams. So we'll get you in pretty soon. As I said before, Beers with Brody tomorrow night. with the last dive bar crew. Can't wait for that. Double IPA in that one. Oh, 3 to 4 Steph Curry jerseys. I say only because, yeah, I know 2 jersey snobs who have a ton more jerseys than you. Yeah, some people are 30, 40, 50 plus jerseys. I feel like at 14 hockey jerseys, that's a lot. That's probably more than I'll ever need. Ooh, a signed Timo jersey. Hey, especially this year. That's nice. Just got a Marlowe for Christmas. That's awesome. Sharks for a Day jersey is your favorite. And you know what? It should be. It really should be. You wore it. You got to play in it. That's awesome. Oh, Andrew's already getting that Eklund jersey. Smart thinking right there. All right. You know what? 11:25 p.m. It's time for me to say goodnight. So, I know tonight was not an NBC game. It wasn't. And you know what? Did I use this camera the entire time? I don't think I did. I love the side camera. By the way, you like my whole sweatsuit outfit here? I don't know if you can see it all, but Sharks win. 3 in a row, 3 wins in a row, 3-2, 3-2, and 3-2. The whole 2 or fewer thing is working glorious. The schedule ahead is difficult. The Rangers, the Penguins, but the Sharks are right now 4th in the division. 2 teams have 20 wins. They're one of them. Things are all of a sudden, as much as they were rough to start off the road trip, they're all of a sudden kind of trending back in the right direction. So I'm signing off here. I would love to see you back tomorrow night. Beers with Brody, right here on the channel around 9 p.m. I'll see you then. Good night. Hey, don't forget to thumbs up on this video. And if you're not subscribing to the channel, please do it now. Thanks. Good night.